tuned into Fresh Heat Radio.
Alright, you already know it's Fresh Heat Radio. We back. Pardon,
yes, sir.
Pardon us for not getting live in Vegas. I apologize.
But we did. I mean, but that's what we didn't go live in Vegas, but we got live.
But
in
we
Vegas.
definitely got live. Shout out to the Dave Chappelle show. Shout
Yes,
out
sir.
to the other Dave Copperfield show.
The Dave Copperfield.
The double in the Dave, double in the Dave.
He went down to Fremont, won a couple dollars. It was a good trip, bro.
Absolutely,
it was a real good trip. You know what I mean? Special thanks to the best man for putting that together, though.
On me.
Yes, sir.
It was my pleasure for being able to do that with my man Z Heat. My pleasure.
Yeah. Greatly appreciated and well received, my guy.
Absolutely. And it's just the beginning because you already know we winning. Now, back to the show. You already know. Fresh Heat Radio. Talk to him, Z. You know the routine.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we're getting ready to get y'all with another show today, but before we do that, y'all gonna hit that like and subscribe. Once again, make sure y'all tuning in with us. You know what I mean? Every time we bring y'all that fresh heat, trying to come with y'all weekly with it. We got a good topic today. Actually, part 2, picking up where we left off on the last show, where we were talking about gender roles and the financial responsibilities in a relationship. We wanted to kind of, carry on with that, piggyback on that, you know what I mean, hit that in a little bit more detail. The gender roles in general, in a relationship. You know what I mean? You got the traditional male role, the traditional female role. You know what I mean? Somebody is typically responsible for the cooking and the cleaning. You know what I mean? Somebody's typically responsible for bringing home the bacon. Somebody's typically responsible for taking care of the kids. Somebody's responsible for taking care of the house. Do those gender roles really exist anymore? At least, do they exist in the black community more so anyway? Yeah, I mean, I might slide that in there.
You have to.
Because it's different. It's different. You know what I mean? Our relationships are different. We treat each other different. You know what I mean? It's socially, you know what I mean? The family ties are different. And honestly, I feel like that's where we should start, because in the black community, a lot of females do feel like they got to play both.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
let's say this, because I always like playing from this playing field. Let's say that even before they get married, I found that this is an interesting topic too. Who's responsible for paying for the wedding, Z? Who's responsible?
So, rightfully so. So this is where you don't, as of today, I feel like, I don't know, as of right now today, I feel like a wedding should be both parties contributing to get what they want in the end of it. Traditionally speaking, though.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Traditionally speaking,
Correct.
I was under the assumption that the female's family paid for the wedding.
I agree. And the male's family paid for the honeymoon.
Right. You know what I mean? And so you know what I mean? In every other bit of life, you know what I mean? Sequentially after that anyway. You know what I mean? Like, but yes, that's part of it. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, that is it. The suitor, the male, comes to the family. You know what I mean? They're pretty happy about that. They want to marry their daughter off, so they'll handle the celebration. You know what I mean? Or at least contribute heavily towards it. You know what I mean? And I don't really see what the problem of that is. Especially if the male was doing everything he was supposed to do. But at the end of the day, it's just a number for the wedding in and of itself. So however y'all feel like y'all need to accomplish that number is what it is. I know men tend to typically want to not spend a lot on stuff, you know what I mean? Females be out here wanting to go heavy, especially when it comes to the wedding practices. But it's one of those things, you know what I mean? Hell, if your girl's making just as much or more than you,
and I get it, because even in my situation, it was more of a, I only get married once. Like, for me, I'm like, you're right. It is a only one-time deal. Why are we balling out? I'd rather, and I feel like at least, I don't want to say a percentage, because I didn't do the full study, but I would say a large percentage of males would rather ball out either A, on a honeymoon, or B, ball out on a house. Like, I feel like that's what it should be.
So getting into that, and this is something that I really kind of came to the conclusion of here recently. I feel like there's always somebody in the relationship that feels that way, but I don't typically think that it's always the male coming with that mindset. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, no. And this is just recent. You know what I mean? Not recent, but in the last few years, you know what I mean? I've seen and heard multiple stories of the female being like, "I'll spend my money on that." You know what I mean? Like now it is a little bit more rare. You know what I mean? Typically, the male is not so much reluctant to spend the money on the wedding, but males, I feel like they tend to be more reluctant to spend the money here, right? Yeah.
Good point.
And if they do want to spend it, like for me personally, yeah, if you had to ask me between spending the money on a house and a wedding, I mean, financially, there's no real comparison in decision. One is going to build you wealth, and one is just a consumer discretion. You know what I mean? It's just a purchase, a very large purchase. That it's no different than buying a car, right? You know what I mean? Like it's just something that you buy that's not going to grow in value, but it's something that you really want, and it has a lot of sentimental value to you. So you can justify the price most of the time. It's what I want. Like you said, you only get married once. It's what I want, and once you pay for it and it's over, do you really have any regrets on spending the money? Most of the people don't, you know what I mean? However, if you look to see what you could have spent that money on, it probably could have went to something a little bit more productive. Right?
Absolutely, and I think that's with any case. In any case with any financial spending, you could always justify it for something else. But was it worth it? Was the memories made? Were people there that you really meant something to you? Because you already know there's going to be people that just want to go to be seen. But you know, again, that's one of those ones. Like you said, the teamwork's got to sit down and be like, okay, for our wedding, what do we really essentially need, especially for people? Because we don't need to have no block-wide wedding party, because half the people don't like you anyway. But then you don't want it so intimate to where you're forgetting main people that you really rock with. Like, I feel like it needs to be a small, intimate number, but not too intimate to where main figures are forgotten.
Absolutely. And this is honestly where I feel like, it's a thin line. It's a thin line. I have the mentality of all or nothing, right? You know what I mean? Like that's it. When it's whatever, because you don't want to leave people get their feelings hurt.
And that's a serious occasion, brother. Trust me. I already got my aunt and my cousin mad at me.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Especially family. Your family will really get hurt. Y'all got a couple aunties, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I was like, I got one. I got a couple aunties that's out here that's just like, I want to be there. A couple cousins, I'm just like, some of y'all, I can't do all y'all. We only got 65 people here. Half of them is hurt. You know what I mean? Like, I got more than 30 family members. You know what I mean? And all y'all ain't gonna make it. So everybody that's friends with me on Facebook, they probably gonna be upset come October 10th when they not up there. But what you want me to do?
I can't do anything else.
Right. Because y'all cost per person, and at the end of the day, I'm throwing this mug, right? You know what I mean? And that's where I stop getting in my feelings about the situation when we get down to the numbers. Because I'm paying for this, right?
Facts.
You know what I mean?
And you're and no, let's be really clear. You're paying for somebody else's enjoyment. Like, I will be honest, Z, like for our wedding, half of I would say even more than half. For the hors d'oeuvres, for the food, I'll say for the hors d'oeuvres, definitely, I didn't get to try any of them. I didn't get to try any of them because you know why? I was busy taking pictures. That's why I didn't get to take any. And Cass was passing out the food like hotcakes. So by the time I got to the table, like, it was a wrap. So it was only for dinner time. Now I will say the cake, I got to get me a slice of that, and then we like froze the rest, so I got to partake in that later. But as far as like hors d'oeuvres and seating and the appearance, nigga, I really did not get to enjoy all of that like somebody else getting to sit down like, whoa, this place really looks nice. Like, no.
Right. No, and that's what it is, yo. But this is precisely why, and this is why I'm not a disagreement when they say the female family is the one that pays for it, because it's a celebration, bro. It's just a big ass party. It's just a big ass expensive party. It's not the ceremony that you paying out the ass for. It's the reception every time.
Because you can do the ceremony at a court. You can do the ceremony at court.
Even if you did a whole nice ceremony, the whole thing is 30 minutes. You literally paying for decorations and a pastor to come up there and marry y'all. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. That's it, bro. The whole thing
I
get
would
knocked
say-
out
I would
under
say-
5.
I would say a venue sometimes too, because some people be wilding for trying to rent a venue.
If you want a venue, even if you stretch for the venue, bro. Stretch.
That's true though. That is facts.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if you stretch for the venue, you what? 15, 25, under 5 bands total. And that's steep, right? You know what I mean? To me, that's steep. You know what I mean? And I'm just... and that's just for the venue, bro. You know what I mean? That's just for the venue.
Just, just open the doors to your facility so I can run it. Just open the doors.
But they don't. They don't do it like that. They open the doors for the facility, and then you gotta have this, you gotta have that. Some facilities, some venues you can't. You gotta use day people.
Yes, and that was the worst. You got 3 companies to choose from. Like y'all ain't eating off that. Don't get me out. Get me out.
Cracking head, bruh. Cracking head. You can't shop around nowhere. So that
you go shop around to the 3 companies. Yo, what you think? What you think? Damn, I'm gonna go with the cheapest one. Oh nah, all of them brought $5 to $10 off, but you gonna catch it on the end. Cause you know what? If you catch it, a break on the food, they gonna smack you in the face with the decorations. If you slack on the decoration, they gonna slap you in the face with the food, dog. They got this joint down to a science. They ain't first rodeo.
They gonna get their money every time.
They gonna get that body. They gonna get.
Which is why it's all or none. This is why you gotta come in the mind state. Either we getting ready to do this all the way and take, just gonna get what we want. You know what I mean? Or we just not gonna do it. I don't, because when you try to shoot for what you want and it's not it, and you're not happy. And if you're not happy, it defeats the whole purpose of doing it. That's
right about that, because you got to go home super mad.
You better know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not going to do all the work, because the planning process is mad work just in and of itself. You know what I mean? To get to the final day, the day of, and you just not happy with how the way things turn out.
Or just stressed out from planning it, too.
Bruh, it's turned out to be a waste. And that's the one thing I don't believe is the stress from planning it, bro. I feel like it shouldn't be stressful. I feel like if wedding planning is stressful, then you're doing it wrong.
Right, and you're not having fun. And I'm all about the fun. Speaking of which of the fun, okay, so let's say the couple's married now. We divvying up tasks. Perfect example. We probably both are going to go to work. Like we'll say before kids come. Now, if you only have one car, is the man supposed to drop the woman off at work, or is the woman supposed to get the car and drop the man off at work?
Oh, man, that has nothing to do with male or female to me. That's scheduling.
And I agree, but at the same time, it's not, because a lot of them are going to say, you need to drop me off, Z. Like, a lot of them will say that. To me, it does make sense. Like, if you're working 12 hours and I'm working 4, what the heck do I need with a car for the whole day? Like, you're going to need to get home. Or vice versa. I could look at it as, well, I got 4 hours. I drop you off in the morning, keep the car, go home so I can take myself to work, and then I pick you back up at the end of the day.
But that's if it works for that particular day. That's what I'm saying. That's just scheduling. You know what I mean? If you only got one car, it makes sense. Whoever is not tied down the longest. You know what I mean? Like, say class, for example. You know what I mean? Say you gotta go to school for whatever reason, evening school. I gotta drop. You know what I mean? You gotta be there by 5, 6 o'clock. You gonna be there till 9, 10 o'clock in the evening, right? I'm gonna be at the house with the kids. Right? In that situation, is that one of them situations where I need to get in the car, take you to school, come back, sit there for 4 hours, go back out, pick you up, come back to the house? Or is that one of them situations to where it's, hey, you want to take the car, dip out to school, I'm here at the house with the kids till you get back? You know what I mean? It makes a lot of sense, right? So it's either or.
It makes all the sense. But this is before kids, Z. We just talking before kids. Before.
Just in general, it's like in general, it's just who has something to do. You know what I mean? Like, if I got something to do, I want the car. If I don't have something to do, I don't want the car. And that's as simple as it is. You know what I mean? I don't want the responsibility of having the car if I don't need it.
Okay, now let's move forward through the training. So, wifey's at work.
Yep.
You're at home. There's dishes in the sink, the vacuum ain't been done, and no dinner is being prepared. You're at home all day. Is that your responsibility to knock out things like it's a schedule before she gets home?
All day. I don't care who at the crib. I don't care who at work. You know what I mean? I genuinely feel like if you at the house and you able to, then you should, right? scheduling. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock hit is dinner time. Who's responsible for making dinner? Whoever the fuck is available at 5, 6 o'clock when it's time to cook. What else is there to argue about? If I'm doing something, are you really gonna sit here and wait for me to finish doing what I'm doing so I can come in, you know what I mean, and do it? You know what I mean? Like, no. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense to me. So yeah, nah, if wifey were to come home after working, they work 12-hour shifts. If wifey were to come home after working a 12-hour shift, he gets home, and I'm just sitting there like, yo, so what's for dinner? You know what I mean? Yeah, nah.
That'd be World War V? That'd be World War V in the Heat's household?
Right. Not necessarily World War V, but I would deserve whatever comes to me after that. Let's leave it at that. Because if the role was reversed, and you know what I mean, and you came home, you know what I mean, after working all day, and wifey just in that mud chilling, posted up, you know what I mean, all day long. Now, once again, you know what?
See, now that would be a role thing. Like, would you be like, okay, so perfect example, and I think this applies to both of us, which might apply to everybody else out there, or some people out there. If Shorty legit works a 12-hour shift one day, right? But
Right.
let's say, you know, with our women in the healthcare field, they have to do call or whatever. They're off the whole entire next day. However they get to sleep in, they get rejuvenated. Probably about 2 or 3, they up and lively. So maybe not dishes, but, you know, 5 o'clock does roll around, and that is a full day of sleep. Are you expecting dinner, or should you work a whole schedule and come home and cook because of the schedule that they might have previously worked the day before?
No. We talking day of. You know what I mean? We talking day of. If you worked all day yesterday and then you sleep all morning because you need to recuperate, I get it. It's your day off. Do what you gotta do, but it's the day of. If I come home from work in the evening, you've been in here chilling all day. I'm like, this is what I'm saying. It's a respect thing. You know what I mean? Like, what that means to tell me that you genuinely expect that person, you know what I mean, to take care of your ass.
Expect now, does society still hold to your view the ideal that a man should take care of a woman? And I mean by this, and I'm going to even dive back into the single days. Like, there was some of the biggest arguments for some of the things that I feel like a man should do. Perfect example. One of the biggest arguments was opening a door for a female. I'm a grown woman. I'm a mature woman. I'm a do it all by myself woman. I forgot what they use. But anyway, I can do that by myself. I don't need no nigga to open a door for me. Whoa. Like, I'm just trying to open the door and be polite. Now, again, when it comes to the bill, then it's, oh, I'm a woman. Why are you not paying for my meal? But you just told me you're a grown woman. Like, I can't open the door. You shut that down. But it's like they pick and choose the battles of when they can use that quote-unquote women tone to be like, yeah, I'm a woman. But then it's like, nah, I'm not a woman. You need to handle that. You grown, though, right? You're doing that. How do you address a situation where you have a woman that picks and chooses?
But once again, like I said, I feel like it's fair to say it's all or none. And this is where I just don't really like gender roles. You know what I mean? Because it's just one of those instances that where I feel like once you get to a certain level of relationship, then you don't have gender roles anymore. It's a partnership. Yeah. Once you're in a true partnership, nigga, we are collectively working together to reach the common goal. Whatever needs to be done, I just need to know that, you know what I mean, I can pass the ball to somebody, they can drop 20.
And they can score for me.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Now, me as the type of individual that I am naturally, and I mean, maybe because it's a male, maybe because I'm a male, maybe it's because of how I was raised, I naturally have the urge to just take care of them, right? You know what I mean? My woman, my kids, it's just in me, naturally want to provide and take care of them, right? You know what I mean? So I'm going to automatically do the most. I'm not necessarily coming in the gate saying, this is my half, this is your half. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's really, I'll go 80-20 and be just as happy. I'll go 100% for real and be good, but I know 100% all the time ain't ain't realistic.
I was just about to ask that. Are you okay with doing everything every single day all the time?
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm okay with it as long as I'm okay with it, right? And then when I'm not okay with it, I expect you to be okay with doing it. You know what I mean? Picking up the slack every time. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll just run. I'll come home. I'll cook. I'll hold down the kiddos. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind cleaning up if something's dirty, because I see something dirty, I'm gonna clean it up. Niggas is hungry in this mug.
Oh, he say it again. If you see something dirty in y'all house, like, why is it like?
Precisely.
And this is gonna be pro woman right here. Like, I don't feel like a woman needs to be like, or a man needs to be like, you see that? Like, it's your house. Why are you not cleaning up your house?
Absolutely. Because if I left in the morning, right, to go to work, and it's a sink full of dishes, right, and I come back hours later, you know what I mean, and it's still a sink full of dishes, some same dishes, not like they just got busted down using their cook lunch, different dishes, you know what I mean, like same dishes in the sink all day, you know what I mean, and then you just chilling all day, you know what I mean. I feel like at that point, like I said, where's the partnership at? Fuck gender roles, because it don't matter who was at home, who was out at work, you know what I mean. Where's the partnership at, you know what I mean? Is there, and then this is where you need to just go and look and see what type of person are you aligning yourself with.
That's true.
You know what I mean? If this is something that bothers you and this is something that doesn't bother them, that's conflict resolution that needs to be had there, because it's going to continue to happen.
And it's going to continue to piss you off. Like, I don't understand why people don't see that. Like, if you don't address it, it's going to burn you up more and more and more.
It's going to burn you up. Precisely. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, you'll have to talk about that. You know what I mean? These are the things that you had to conclusion. When it comes into roles, and it's not necessarily gender roles, but relationship roles, some people are better at other things than, you know what I mean, than others.
Fact.
I'm good at cleaning. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good at cleaning. I don't mind cleaning. You know what I mean? And I'll get in there a lot of the time. I don't trust nobody else to clean that bitch good but me. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I'm not like Jay cleaning this shit up. Look at this mess. I'm about to get in here and clean it up myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? It looks crazy.
And why should it be stuck to females versus males, like you just said? Like, that's like cooking. Like, 90% of the world is like a male chef. How are you going to say men can't cook? Like, good Lord. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a famous chef off the top of my head that's a female, but I can definitely think of like 3 that's like males. Matter of fact, we was in Vegas trying to go to his whole restaurant. Like, nigga, Hell's Kitchen is not owned by a woman. That's Gordon Ramsay. He's a chef. He cooks shit. That's what he does.
Because when it comes, because once again, a lot of people are getting into the mindset of cooking as part of taking care of the house, and a lot of people are in the mindset that it's the woman's responsibility to take care of the house. And like I said, I just disagree with that mindset. Period. Honestly, a lot of it might happen to be the fact that I was a single father for so long. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a good point.
It's on me to run it. You know what I mean? Like I said, single mothers have a lot of that. They gotta play both roles. I don't got, you know what I mean? You don't got that option of choosing what you're gonna do, what you're not gonna do. Nah. You can ready come in here, you can ready cook, you ready clean, you ready take care of these kids, you can ready handle all of your business. You know what I mean? You in charge of the finances, you know what I mean? You in charge of the social life, you in charge of everything when you come in there. So therefore, you know what I mean, then once you get accustomed to doing everything, then any amount of help that you get is good. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can do 100% because I've done 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, 100% is just, it's whatever. At the end of the day, I'm going to do what it takes to get it done.
Facts.
But it's nice to be able to pass the ball when there's got you double teamed in the corner.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And sometimes you might be triple team and quadruple team. What
That's
you
what
going
I'm
to
saying.
do?
You ain't even got to score, yo. Just pass it. Give it right back. You know what I mean? Like, let's hold that
relieve the
and
pressure
let me
for a second so I can set up real quick.
I'm
like,
just gonna cut.
The
They got me trapped. I'm just trying to swing it. I'm cutting to the basket. Right here. Right to the basket. I need a teammate. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. But then once again, like I said, I'm better at cleaning. So therefore, when I come in the house, you know what I mean? Like, I'll just get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of them things. I don't sit around and wait for it to be clean. Tay works long hours. My hours are a lot shorter. I'm home a lot more often. You know what I mean? My hours that I do work are super clutch. You know, it's nothing for me to sit here and cook and bust down and clean the kitchen before I go to bed. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing at all. When she get home, like, this is what I like to do. Like, she'll get off. She works overnight. She'll get off in the morning. You know what I mean? She'll come home. We'll chill out. I normally like to cook my baby a little breakfast when she get home. If I'm chilling, I ain't got to be to work till like 12, 1 o'clock.
And why
she
not?
Like
That's
9.
your lady.
Right. That's my lady. Why not, right? You know what I mean? Bust down, fix her a little something to eat. You know what I mean? If nothing else, make sure she gets something to eat. If I don't cook it, then order it, make it, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Facilitate that because
Right.
that's what I do. Facilitate, right? She go to sleep, wake up, whatever time, 4 or 5 o'clock, start getting ready for work. Once again, whatever. If I was at work all day, then I'm at work. There's nothing I can do about it. She'll get her stuff in for herself as she, you know what I mean, rightfully good. You know what I mean? But if I'm here, then when she wake up, do the same thing. If you go on get her something to eat before she get out the door, right? You know what I mean? Make sure she's straight.
And it's sickening sometimes to me to hear like chauvinistic dudes that think that's like cool to be like, yo, I don't be cooking if Shorty cook for me. Like, dog, like that you got a servant or you got like a lady? Like I'm confused. Like I'm really confused. Like what do you want? Because legit, I could hire somebody to do that. Like if I really wanted to, like I'd hire somebody to cook. But I don't want to do that. To me, I'm seeing it as the same way. Like, that's me showing love to my lady. That's like you showing love to your lady.
That's me showing love.
Like, that's all it is. So when you're talking about a cook or clean or act of service, if we really want to get technical, any act of service, either to the house or to your lady, should be recognized. My question to you, Z, is now that we've had these gender role discussions, whose job is it to initiate or confront these issues if they're not lining up? Should the woman have to bring it to the man, or should the man have to bring it to the woman? Should the kids have to bring it up and say, Mommy, I got a question about this, or should the dad be the one to address it? Who's disciplining? But see, we not answering it now because they gotta wait till next week. It's over. No, we not going there. Y'all gotta wait. It's the same thing every week. It's part 3. We're not ending on no good note. We did it on a cliff note. We go in there because there's too many people asking us in the chat, what are we gonna do when it comes to who's the disciplinarian? Who's supposed to
And that's
be
a good.
And that's cool because you know what? We'll hit you with that next week. Sign us out, Z, man. It's been a good
Absolutely,
one.
absolutely. You already know what it is. It was another good show. We tuning in every week. Like I said, Fresh Heat Radio. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe one more time. You know what I mean? Hit us in the comments too. Tell us what y'all like, what you don't like, any topics that you want to talk about. Throw those in there. We definitely be seeing those. You know what I mean? And yeah, absolutely. We'll holler at y'all next week, yo.
Adios.